There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. It looks like Lightstream has been playing up a little bit, but we digress. Guys, welcome to Wallaby Racing League Sunday Night League race, round 14 here in Japan. What looks to be like a very wet qualifying session. Everybody out in the Inters so far, by the looks of it, which is good to see. It's going to be interesting to see if we see any bold strategies. We saw some on Tuesday night in their league race. People going onto the softs a little bit early, but we'll see. Interesting battle between Andy H and Car Gamer still continues, but that said, we've also got Jack Sully, who's really come back up and into the challenge here for that second place spot. So Jack Sully looking to have a few strong finishes, a strong finish tonight, and hopefully for the remainder of the season to get himself really up there. Matty Skills joins me in the box, and we welcome him back to the box as well as myself. Sorry, we've been out lately. We've had family dramas all come up and that sort of stuff. We've got lives. But, Matty, thanks so much for joining me, man. I appreciate it. Good, man.
I invited you to the game. Whoops, I was meant to include my audio. I've included my audio now.
Excellent. Thanks for joining me, man. I really appreciate it.
No worries,
man.
As
always.
Thanks for having me, and I'm sorry. Yeah, definitely. Certainly missed it, mate. Certainly missed it, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So have I, to be honest, man. Unfortunately, we're not running the light stream tonight, as there seems to be an issue with light stream. It won't let me change to the live play screen for some reason, so I don't know what that is, but we'll move on. We've got some exciting stuff coming for that, so keep an eye out, guys. From what I've seen, it looks fantastic. But already, Pinju goes up into P1 as the reserve for the Alpha Tauri tonight with a 138.139. The Juice puts it into second with a 130. Nope, Zoltan now takes P1, 137.685. So Andy H says he's not really a fan of. Oh no, sorry, Relics says he's not really a fan of this track. Says it's one of his slowest. So, but he makes a liar out of me and himself with that time. Almost 2 seconds quicker than Arkozal.
Don't they always do that? Don't they always do that, Duck?
Always. They talk themselves down and then put you to shame.
That's right. And a wet Japan as well. Wet Suzuka. Birdie told me skills he got in the top 10 last week here at Japan. Just quietly.
You got a P8.
P8.
Yeah, you got promoted up a position because of penalty up ahead.
Oh really? Oh.
Yeah, bro.
Right, I'm getting a beer. I'm getting
nice.
a beer. That's one of my best finishes.
So, Car Gamer now goes up into P2 with a 136.992. So Andy H is really going to want to answer quickly to that. Let him know who's boss. Same with Jack Sully, also up in the title fight for P2, as I've mentioned previously. Car driver's looking to get out of his way as he flies down into the final straight. Crosses that finish line and goes up into P5.
Piastri currently out on a hot lap, I believe, as well. Hasn't yet to put a lap in at the moment.
Looks like he may have invalidated off of that, though. He didn't.
No, he hasn't. Look at that. I think War may have gotten his way a little bit there as well.
Yeah.
Possibly. I think, you know what, Duck? I think this is the first time, weirdly enough, I've actually commentated with War Machine in the race. I think.
What do you mean?
Like, I think he. I don't know. I feel like
you've commentated with War Machine.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%. Because every time he comes through chat saying, "I'll come back next week."
That's right.
Stronger.
He comes back every week stronger. All right.
Yeah, he comes back every week stronger.
My head's all over the place. You know what?
Actually, a few times he has actually come back stronger.
Wow.
Yeah, hit the wall even harder than last time. So. Yeah, I'm going to join you in getting a beer, I think.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
I got given a few free beers the other day from a passenger of mine.
Very good.
Couldn't take beers onto the plane, so he gave me 12 Great Northerns.
Wow. That's awesome. Henchman with a...
So, Pinju.
Yeah, Pinju.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying Henchman's just finishing off his flying lap as well. Currently going around sector 3 at the moment. I think it'll be good.
Goes very wide.
Yeah. I think it'll be middle of the pack this time. Would definitely be wanting to improve, as he'll be looking to get a banker lap in here. And he's just invalidated in the last corner. Yeah, I thought it looked a bit sloppy.
Yeah. Yeah. So Pinju out early in P7, now P8. He'll go down the list of drivers, hoping that he can get himself back up there in the actual race and hoping for a dry race. Guys, if you're in chat, I do have my app open. Do let us know if it is wet or not. If you are driving though, stay off the phone, stay off Twitch, don't type in chat. We don't want to see it. We've had a driver who already got a qualifying ban from Tuesday night's race for typing in chat while he's in the middle of a race under safety car conditions, and it's not needed. So focus on the race ahead.
Wise words,
That
Doug.
said, I would like to know if it's dry though.
Drink driving, phone, driving the phone in your hand. It's just not safe, is it?
No. Who's this? Who?
That's a
Who is
glitch.
Fernando Alonso?
Fernando Alonso.
He's in the AlphaTauri, which should be Kirko.
I've got Kirko on my screen. Got Pinju and Kirko.
That's so bizarre. Mine says... Where's Kirko for you?
19, no lap set. Currently on a hot lap.
Yeah, so mine's 19, Fernando Alonso, no lap set.
That's so funny. That's hilarious.
So...
maybe it is
let's
Fernando.
hope
Maybe it
with
is Alonso, and Kirko's not actually racing.
Well, I haven't seen him come into chat. Let's have a look. See if he's gone into admin chat.
Maybe it's the Fernando Alonso. And he's practicing for tonight.
You want to take it away while I sort this out and see if it's definitely...
Absolutely, yeah. So, at the moment, we've got Rapid Relics on a 35.387. Currently out there on an outlap, we've got 7.5 minutes to go in qualifying. Car Gamer on an outlap as well, going out quite early with a 36.992. Kozel has invalidated his latest lap. And we have got Zoltan, Andy H, and Jack Sully, 4, 5, and 6, all currently in the pits at the moment. And Piastri, P7. Panache, P8. Pinju, unfortunately, has crashed out of this session, P9, and the Juice is in P10, rounds out P10, 38, 3, 2, 1. But I think the question here is, can any of these lads get in the 34s for pole position? Currently, Rapid Relics is provisional pole, and he just starts a lap. I don't know, it actually looks like an out lap, even though the game says it's a hot lap, but we'll find out from his first sector times if he can improve here. Rapid Relics. He is on a hot lap. He has put down a purple sector, so he is currently the fastest man out on track. And we have yellow flags in Sector 1 and Sector 2, but we're back to green racing now. Rapid Relics currently P1, going out, seeing if he can improve his time. Unfortunately, Car Gamer and Kozel have both invalidated their laps. They're going to have to go around again. 6.5 minutes to go. Will they dive into the pits or will they stay out? At the moment, Rapid Relics currently going around. Coming up to the end of Sector 2. Let's see where he can put his car. He comes around that hairpin, navigates that very well, goes wide, nearly gets all 4 wheels off the track, but keeps it on board and plants the foot down here, wet in Japan. How does he go for his second sector? He is 200ths up. 200ths up, and unfortunately Rapid Relics invalidates as well. In that final sector is where it is getting these people that do have weird track limits here at Japan. But unfortunately, top 3.
Definitely.
It's really weird track limits, isn't it? Like sometimes
It's strange.
And sometimes it's just the white line.
Yeah,
on the
so
outside.
Kirko is definitely racing. I can see his name, it's popped up now. So Fernando Alonso has stepped out of the car and now let Kirko drive. We're also going to have another driver join shortly who's going to try and set a lap. He's just joining a little bit late. He's a reserve driver. It is the Scotty Mack.
Scotty Mack
just
in
trying
the
to
seat.
just trying to feel. He wants a little bit of redemption. He's a bit salty with himself.
Fair enough too.
For how he went on Tuesday night.
He spun under safety car. He thought he was eating a Big Mac, but it turned out to be a Zinger box. You know what I mean? Oh, I'll tell you what. I was in the party with him, and he was very upset with himself. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't happy.
I told him just to go get the tissue box out and get some, some massage oil and just bat one off, and you'll feel fine.
So Zoltan, another reserve tonight in the Red Bull. Red Bull looking quite the strong team tonight with Cargamer in P2 and Zoltan up to P4.
Soft tyres, Doug.
Zoltan on an outlap.
Soft tyres are out.
The track has dried, and now we're going to see everybody duck out onto the softs with what little time they've got left. All 4 minutes and 40 seconds. DRS is also enabled, so now they're going to get a bit of a faster time in there. That track is definitely dried up. There's not any sort of spray.
That dried up so quick compared to Tuesday.
It did, yeah, exactly. Tuesday we didn't see it dry up at all.
Nah. And Curtis went and put the soft tyres on. And
Yep. I don't know what he was thinking. Same with Tangwang. Tangwang put the softs on too. Not sure what he was thinking. I think they may have thought that it was going to dry out as fast as what it did tonight. Just wasn't the case. So we've got the Juice out on track at the moment, currently setting his hot lap. He's still on those inters though, so he's going to want to back out of this, which it looks like he has, and quickly get into the pits and put those softs on. Still a lot of people in pits. This is going to be a crazy dash down to the end here for all drivers getting out of the pits on soft tyres. There's going to be a lot of traffic. There's going to be a lot of fighting for position. So that they can set themselves up with the time. So if I was them, I'd want to get the position down now.
Absolutely.
Juice on inters didn't box and goes up into P2 with 136.619. That is good enough for P2 right now,
quick.
But as soon as those guys come out on those softs and settle up, sorry Juice, you're going to be burnt, mate.
Yeah,
you're
well,
right down the bottom.
Yeah, well, Zoltan's the first one. Zoltan's the first one to get around, so we'll have a look at what his sector 1 time is here on the softs. Is it drying up? It certainly looks like it from here. And Zoltan is 2.5 seconds ahead at the moment. So it is definitely drying up. The Juice will not stay in the top 5. He's going to have to jump in and put some softs on. I tell you what, it's going to be...
If he's got the time.
He's not going to have the time. He's not going to have the time.
There's no way.
Not going to have the time. So Zoltan is just absolutely flying on those softs at the moment. These other guys, they're also in the pit. I guess they do have time to get around. And I mean, it makes sense, right? Because the longer you wait here, the track evolution here is going to be absolutely insane after the water's just dried off. So,
but the issue with that though is if they're coming out later, they're going to be putting up with a lot of traffic from those guys who are now on their in laps.
Yep.
And it's going to be rough to get around because there's not many places that you can actually move off the racing line here.
Yeah, it's super frustrating in Japan for sure.
Yeah.
Andy H on an outlap, Jack Sully on an outlap, Nash, Henschel.
So there we go. Zoltan now goes 3 seconds faster with a 132.273 ahead of Rapid Relics on the soft tyres. Rapid Relics still yet to come out of the pit lane though, but Andy H on his outlap also.
Nash is up, but not by a lot on his softs actually, but he is up currently on P1.
So right on board with Panache now, and just see how he's tracking because he's usually. I think he might be doing a burner lap. There we go. He's already encountering traffic ahead of him. That's the Red Bull of Zoltan ahead. No, Zoltan after he finished his lap has now opened it up for Panache to
2.3 seconds ahead. He's going to have to go faster than that if he wants the P1. Zoltan at the moment on provisional pole. Can Andy H steal it? Can Jack Sully get up into pole position right now? Can Rapid Relics steal it off Zoltan? Hang in there, folks. Oh, I had a Zinger box bucket today, mate, and all I could think about was Scotty Mac's thighs. I'll tell you what, those wicked wings. Ooh. Oh, it's good to be back.
So, it looks like Tuesday's championship is all but wrapped up.
Yeah.
For Toppy. So Toppy, the battle between Top and Scotty Mac, unfortunately didn't see the ending that we all hoped to see, with Scotty Mac really putting a fight to the end. Unfortunately crashed out, like he said, under safety car on the wet conditions in Japan here last Tuesday, which, I mean, it hasn't mathematically given Top the win, but it's going to be a very uphill battle. Toppy needs to DNF every single race from here on out, and I believe Scotty Mac needs to finish P1 every single race as well as fastest laps. So
yeah, it's pretty much.
It's going to be a hard-fought battle. So Scotty Mac has even come out and said that look, battle's over, it's done, championship's lost. Dat boy goes fastest with a 1:31.007. So the track evolution is definitely coming up now. Andy H rounding out the final bit of chicane here, heading himself around to the final corner. As we see him, Jack Sally 1:29.955. Andy H goes P2 on the 1:30. This is what Jack Sully needs to go back up into the fight for P2 against Cargamer.
Absolutely, and Cargamer's coming around now. Cargamer on his flying lap, on his last lap. What can he do? Can he get up there? It's really P2, isn't it, between Jack Sully and Cargamer now. It's a great battle, but Cargamer coming around for the end of Sector 2. Is he up? He is up a lot. Cargamer is flying at the moment. He's going to have to find some pace in Sector 3. He has got a purple middle sector. He's up on his time by a lot. He's coming around that final chicane. Where can Cargamer put his car? He puts his foot down to the line. And Cargamer, I think this is going to be good enough for Cargamer. Goes P2 with a 1:30.014. There's not a lot in it, Duck.
Oh, he's going to be kicking himself for that.
He was flying. He was absolutely flying. Rapid Relics
so
now.
Rapid Relics.
He's going to steal it here, Duck. He's going to steal it. He's at the purple circle, purple sector. He is absolutely flying, coming around that hard-braking chicane there. Just about to hit the DRS. He opens it wide open. The wing comes open. Can he do it? Rapid Relics goes P1. Takes pole position by half a second. Oh, he says, take that to the bank. The chicken, the eggs, and all the bread. I don't care. You're paying for it all. P1 Rapid Relics.
And unfortunately for Scotty Mac, actually he looks like he's on a lap now. He does have traffic ahead of him, slowing him right down. That's the Alpine of, I believe, Stroker Ace. No, there you go. Scotty Mac has finished his lap.
Oh, nice one.
Unfortunate for him, didn't get a time set. So there's the top 10, guys. So we've got Rapid Relics in P1, setting the fastest lap with a 1:29.452. Jack Sully in P2, followed by Cargamer in P3. Arkozel puts himself up ahead of Andy H into P4 after his win last week. Andy H in P5, Dat Boy P6. Piastri in the Ferrari as the reserve now, up into P7, Zoltan P8, JBO P9. Rounding out the top 10 is your boy in Haas, Panache. And then we go to the bottom 10 here. We've got Pajala in P11, War Machine P12, who didn't set a time until the very last lap. So, until the very last minute, I should say. War Machine P12, Stroker Race P13 is another reserve, and then the bottom, that many. 6.
Hate that.
I missed.
I hate that.
Yep.
So annoying.
That's alright, I can call it from here. So, we're all G.
What's also really annoying is they don't let the full intro play out in multiplayer. No? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to. I mean, I'm gonna do it all for next season. I'm actually gonna sit down before next season starts, and I'm gonna get all the track data put onto the intro. But it's just one of those things that we've got to do.
Yeah, we'll just sit in pit lane instead, waiting for players. Good one, Cody's.
Yes. So Scotty Mac missed out on the line by 1 second.
Do you know what? Everyone else hates it, but I love watching Scotty Mac carve through the field. I'd much rather, from a viewer's perspective, see that. He'll probably hate me for saying it, but, I like to see drivers work their way from the back. Let's do this.
Yeah. Scotty Mac's going to go last to first challenge. That's what we're doing. So we're waiting for players. Who are we waiting on? Guys, ready up.
Are your boys? Balls.
Here we go.
Let's go.
So Wednesday here are also going to be rerunning Japan on Wednesday night, just due to an incident that happened with a driver joining the race.
Oh wow, good job.
That driver has actually been removed from the lobby, from the server now after causing many issues. Purposely taking people out on track, so he's been removed from the server.
Yeah, okay.
So Wednesday reruns Japan here this Wednesday. And unfortunately, we've lost another driver. J-Rad, I believe, has left.
Really?
Yeah, he's didn't have he's not having the results that he's been hoping for. And I believe there might be other stuff going on, so I've reached out to him to see if he needs to chat. So hopefully he comes back soon, because he'll be welcomed with open arms. Now, Scotty Mack and Gumbo in the Mercedes really have some work to do to get those boys up off of P. Let's have a look what they are in the constructors. I believe it was P7.
And Pinju, after DNFing in qualifying, currently starting from P16, so certainly one to watch. Along with Henchman as well. Henchman would not be happy with that qualifying result. Henchman one to watch. JB one to watch. Panache one to watch as well. I mean, that track evolution was just insane in qualifying. Panache put in a crazy time, but that track evolution just caught them out. You know, Scotty Mack and Kirko knows what they're doing at the back there.
So with this, the battle for constructors here is going to be an interesting one too. We've got the boys in Ferrari leading the constructors on 449 points, and the McLaren right behind them on 429 points. So only 20 points the difference there. Wow. So the henchman is really going to want to put himself right up the top and try and get himself into some point scoring positions so that he can help out with the constructors. Jack Sully obviously going to want to put as much points on as possible, but the two boys in the Ferraris, both P5 and P7, looking strong to further their lead against the guys ahead.
These boys are going slower than my grandma with no legs. A running race.
Yes.
I would never do this in a race, ever, Duck.
Oh, you wouldn't? Is that what I heard? You wouldn't do this ever in a race? I think that's what I heard.
I don't think that my conscience would allow me, Duck. You know?
No, surely not.
Surely not. It's just bad sportsmanship, you know? And in my defence, you know, Goffey said, if you don't slow it down, I will. So, you know, I think Goffey's to blame there.
All right, here we go.
Watch the back.
So everybody now lining up onto the grid. Kirko disqualified from the session. What's going on here? I've lost all...
Same.
You've lost everything too?
Yep.
As everyone powers up. You can hear the engines revving. Everyone is away. I've got no control over what is happening here. So I can change drivers, but I can't see any lap data.
No, me neither, Duck.
As I do apologise for this, guys. I don't know what is happening. But from out front, I can see we have...
There is a spin in the back, Duck. I think the Alpines are off.
Oh, dear.
Yep, it's definitely the Alpines and the McLaren. I think Henchy goes around as well. Whoever's in the McLaren, he has also gone around.
So we've got Relic still out ahead. We've got, looks like Car Gamer up into P2, jumping Jack Sully. Jack Sully now down into P4, while we've got Arcozal up into P3. An Alpine into P5. Then we've got a Ferrari in P6. And this is very hard to do.
This is super difficult. Can we jump out and jump back in?
Yeah, if you can jump out and jump in, I'll jump out straight after.
Okay,
once you get back in,
so
and we'll
quit
see what the go is.
Come back in?
Yeah. I'll send you an invite.
Is it multiplayer? Speed.
Just let me know if
I
you've got
can't even
control
exit,
over it,
man. It won't even let me exit. I think I gotta exit the whole game.
Just force quit the game. So Frizy saying Panache to win by 8 minutes. That is a Alpine by the looks of it. Taking one of the Red Bull drivers off the track. It is not. It's a Ferrari. Oh, what is going on here?
Alright, you can invite me now.
I'm so sorry about this call, guys. We've got... really, there's nothing that we can sort of... Oh, no, it's the party. Except the second one. There's really not much that we can do. We're not sure what's happening. We can't accept. I can pause. Let me know when you're back in. And if you can... How's it going?
It's communicating with online services.
Far out. This is going to be fun.
Yeah. Took me ages to get in the first time as well, so I might have a problem with it. That's what I'm struggling.
So it looks like we've got a Mercedes all the way up into what looks to be the points here. That looks like it's the Mercedes of Scotty Mack. And then we've got the AlphaTauri. Matt Skills has joined. Let me know how you go, mate.
Alright, joining session right now. Currently loading. Multiplayer race Japan. Let's go, Codemasters.
Frazi in chat. Have you experienced this issue before? Because I have not.
I'm back in. Yeah, I've got everything back, mate. I've got everything back.
Excellent. Alright, can you invite me in just a second?
So we have Pinja up
Right,
7 positions. Send you invites.
Thank you.
EA Sports.
No, it's not a lobby restart, Kozel. I don't see why it would be a lobby restart.
Oh, there's all this sort of stuff going on in the midfield. You're right, though. It is Scotty Mack. Scotty Mack up 12 positions, up into P8 at the moment. And we've got a full safety car. We've got a full safety car, which helps us because Kozel has DNF'd off the Grand Prix right now. As Pinju up 15 positions into P1. Something happened in the middle of the field while we're going in and out of that game there, Ducks. There was someone that spun and caused a bit of chaos there. I think it may have been Jack Sully, and Kozel was on the poor end of that, unfortunately. But yeah, Scotty Mack, P7 up 13 positions. They do call him Moses. They call him parting of the Red Sea. And looks like
Yeah,
he has seen a miracle here tonight as well. As that boy has also DNF'd out in P1 under safety car conditions. Dat boy has DNF. It looks like retiring in the pits though. So that's interesting. No, it's not a retiring in the pits, but what happened to him? Have a look as the juice passes him. Just don't know. His car has disappeared, but we have lost that boy and we've lost our Kozel out of the Japanese Grand Prix. That puts Car Gamer into P1, Pinju to P2. And someone must have pitted because, yeah, everyone's pitting. Sorry.
Something going on here, because I can't even get in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's something definitely wrong with the lobby, Duck. The game is
Yeah,
telling
what's
me
going on?
Car Gamer has dropped 2 positions, currently in P1.
Okay.
And Andy has dropped 3 positions, currently in P2, but on my screen is definitely not P2.
Okay. So it looks like it's going to be a lobby restart.
Gamer is like,
Session.
this is all messed up. All my telemetry is all messed up anyway.
Yeah, something. I had to catch my spin, bro. Sorry, it's alright. No, Dat boy, no one said it was a lobby restart, man.
Oh, it looks like
Right,
it's
so I can
fixing
join
it. It looks like it's
session now.
fixing itself. And my telemetry has just fixed itself.
No, Dat boy, it's not a lobby restart. Not a lobby restart.
Alright, it looks like my screen has fixed itself.
Okay.
Stroke
me
Race
too.
just crashed into the
So-
pit lane. Unfortunate.
Alright, so what have you got in terms of positions? Because we've got Rapid Relics P1, Car Gamer P2, Jack Sully P3,
Yours is messed
Andy
up.
HP4. Mine's messed up.
That's what mine was before.
Oh,
and
yep,
it's
I can
fixed
see.
itself. So I got injured P1.
No, I can see. No, because there's a Aston Martin in P1.
Oh, I'm in the wrong lobby, I reckon. This happened to me before.
Pinju's in this race.
I've got Pinju P1 and he's P1 on my screen too. And Rapid Relics P2 and he's on my screen as P2.
Nah, man, in mine it's Rapid Relics P1 and on my screen P1.
What?
Okay.
That's crazy.
You may need to leave again, bro.
Yeah, I'll leave
And
and
then
come back.
come back. Yeah.
It's just Good work, Cody's.
Cody's issues baked. Yep, this is one of those things. Typical Cody's. So far, I'll read it back out again because hopefully this is correct. Arkozel in last place, unfortunately DNF'd. Dat Boy had a massive misunderstanding and DNF'd himself into pit lane thinking that there was a lobby restart, which there was not. Somebody asked if there was going to be a lobby restart and we said no. JBO in P18, Stroker P17, War Machine P16, who I believe has also typed in chat. Guys, I'm not going to tell you again, stop typing in chat while you're driving. Even under safety car conditions, do not touch it. We've had a driver already get a quali ban, and if need be, we will force that same penalty onto these drivers as well. The henchman in P15, Pajala P14, Kirko 13, Jack Sully, unfortunately, all the way down. Where is he going? What has happened to him? Looks like he's had a bit of a spin. He's all the way down now to P16. This is not good for the McLaren boys. Trying to chase down the Constructors' Championship from the Ferrari lads. But Rapid Relics up and still in P1. Cargamer P2. Andy H up now into the podium position. Panache P4 splitting the Ferrari in P5 of SFR Piastri. Pinju P6. Scotty Mac P7. Zoltan P8, Abstracts to P9. The Juice rounds out the top 10. So Scotty Mac on
What a drive.
Absolute killer drive. Let's just have a look at chat in because it looks what is happening.
So I think I'm back on board now in the right lobby. I've got Pinju P6, 10 positions.
Excellent.
10 positions. Scotty Mac up 13 positions. Abstracts up 8 positions. And Jack Sully, the biggest loser at the moment, down 14 positions, and he's got no front wing. No front wing under safety car conditions. Dive in there, Jackie. Yes, he does.
There we go. So Jack Sully now gets a 5-second time penalty for a speeding and pit lane infringement. This is not good for him. It's just gone from better to worse, dropping down from that P2 position. Now, P3 position, now down right into 18th with a 5-second time penalty. This is not good for him and not good for the for the McLaren boys. So Cargamer now on the chase for Rapid Relics. Well, Andy H also trying to chase down Cargamer ahead. Panache in P4 also right all over the back of Andy H. He wants to put a battle on him, show him that he has got what it takes to really put it to the current championship leader, Andy. SFR Piastri also chasing down Panache, but also losing a bit of time. Scotty Mac now up 14 positions into P6, right on the back of SFR Piastri. These guys had a battle last week. There's going to be another battle between these two again. This is going to be an interesting one between these two. As Scotty Mac now gets right up the back of SFR Piastri. Piastri closes that door. Scotty Mac runs a little wide, takes that second apex a lot better than the first, but loses a bit of time to the driver ahead.
And while that was all happening, mate, Henchman and Jar Jar Binks was going wheel to wheel, and Henchman up into P11. That was a great pass on the inside by the Henchy.
Well done, Hench.
Scotty Mac
is around. He's in the wall. He's around. It looks like he may have gone for a move that just didn't work for him.
Scotty Mac. Do you know what, though? Even though he was ghosted, yeah, I might have a bit of a man crush on him, but even though he was ghosted, he didn't come back on the track while cars were passing. And people need to take that as an example of how to drive safely. Don't be a douche and just come back on because you're ghosted.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So, SFR Piastri now 2 tenths behind Panache, he was only 7 tenths behind before, so he's managed to really make up a lot of time here. Panache all over the back of Andy H as well, still half a second behind. We've got any more battles. We've got a battle between War Machine and Rapid Pajaja, as the one and only Matty Skills likes to call him. But let's see War Machine if he can make a move.
Yeah, and they've got JB for company as well, so War Machine has got a bit of company there with JB, so he's got to be careful there because he's quite close as well. It's Henchman up into P9, driving beautifully, getting a lot of time at the moment. Henchman, one to watch. Jack Sully 20 seconds behind Kirko, unfortunately. Those few couple of spins. Praying for a safety car. Scotty Max puts on the mediums.
Yeah, that really sucks. Dat boy was in 5th place and believed that we were doing a lobby restart and retired in pits. I feel for you, man. I really do. So DRS has now been enabled after the safety car that we saw earlier on for the incident with Arkozel, who unfortunately had a timely exit from the race.
Pinju right on the back
War
of
Machine.
Piastri.
Where is he? Pinju right on the back. Let's go up into the battle for P6, for P4, P5, and P6. Ooh, Piastri gets a little bit tail heavy at the back there, behind Panache there.
And Zoltan's going to be arriving on the scene. We're going to have a 4-way battle here, Duck. This is going to be absolutely beautiful, and Panache's not too far away from Andy H either. So 4-way battle between Zoltan, Pinju, Piastri, and Panache.
Well, Panache has lost a bit of time to Andy because he was 5 tenths behind. He's now almost a full second after that.
Yeah, wow.
So a second and a half down. Yeah. While Piastri is also now almost a second out of Panache. There he goes. He's also out of the DRS as now SFR Piastri is just playing that defensive game, trying to hold Pinju off as Pinju now less than a tenth, now 2 tenths behind, up 10 positions on SFR Piastri, wants to make that move, and Zoltan now joins the scene like he said, who was only 2 tenths now behind Pinju ahead.
And Piastri in a really vulnerable position here. He's got to get out of DRS zone. Pinju coming right up behind him. They just about touch, I reckon. They come through this hard chicane, and Pinju's going to get a bit of DRS down this back straight now. Can he get the job done? Piastri's going to have to make his car like an absolute bus. Pinju coming down the inside. Go left, go right. Which way is he going to go? He's going to go the inside. They do go wheel to wheel. Does he get the job done? Into turn 1. They just about touch.
Oh!
Pinju, did he get the job done? Oh no!
No!
They both spun!
Pinju, it looks as though SFR Piastri may have tapped the rear of Pinju and Pinju has spun. I'm not too sure. Looking at the plate of... Yeah, he's lost an end plate. So SFR Piastri has lost his right end plate for his front wing, meaning there was collision made. He may have braked too late, causing that contact between the two, but Pinju now goes around. That is something that stewards are going to have to look at. Abstracts with a 3-second time penalty, but that really hurts Piastri. That really hurts Pinju, and unfortunately we also see a DNF for Scotty Mack, who just isn't having the luck that he wishes he could have here in Japan after last week as well. Scotty Mack is in the party, yeah. So Scotty Mack in the party, thank you for joining us. What happened, man? Yep. Oh, man.
Scotty,
Yeah,
you started faster than me having sex, seriously. Like, what a start, man. 15 positions or something stupid. I'll include your audio, Scotty.
Silly boy. But while we're waiting for Scotty to include his audio, the henchman now up into P6. He's gone up 9 positions off the start. He's really putting in an effort now to get the McLarens those points that they need, that they drastically need. He's on a charge down now because he's also 4.5 seconds behind Zoltan, but that 4.5 seconds looks like it's going down quite quickly. Or up, don't worry. I stand corrected.
Scotty, you showed some great sportsmanship, mate, getting back on the track. I mentioned that on stream.
I tried.
That was good.
And then, yeah, I had red rear wing. Sorry, I'm trying to say that real fast. So I tried. I was like, well, maybe I can just limp it around, but there's no rear stability at all. So I just nursed it home, so I didn't cause another safety car for the boys. And then just retired, and then thought I'd come say you guys. It doesn't hurt as much on a Sunday.
No, it doesn't.
When it's not your race night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Tuesday, Matty Skills heard that.
Oh yeah.
That cry of what have I just done to myself? And yeah, the chance of going back-to-back titles is now, I feel, not there anymore. I mean, I need Toppy to do some serious damage to himself.
Mate, that party was as awkward as me walking into my parents having sex that night.
Yeah, it was.
I just didn't know what to say.
No, there is no words. You just got to put your big boy pants and accept it, that it's just a game. I know we all push hard, and I would have felt the same. You know, I felt that feeling when Andy had the incident at Singapore. You know, that was out of his control.
Yeah. It wasn't. It turns out it wasn't that incident. It wasn't out of his control. So he rejoined into his car, and then he was battling with two drivers ahead, and he missed his braking zone and went down the inside. There's actually, I saw footage of it. He clipped the inside corner going underneath the grandstand, and then hit one of the other drivers as well. But it's one of those things. But just quickly, I just want to point out Kirko on an absolute solid drive at the moment, up into P11. Just recently overtook JBO, who looked like he may have had a little bit of damage, but the tyre session, the tyre conditions for everybody at the moment. Rapid Relics P10, Rapid Relics 10 lap old hards, Car Gamer 10 lap old mediums. You know, there's a lot of hard and medium tyres here. Only 2 drivers currently out in the soft, so
you've got a few drivers that have made a move as well. Abstract's up 10 spots.
Yep.
Henchy's up 9, Kirko's up 8. Sully's the big loser, down 10 spots. So he's got a lot of work to do. He's got his work cut out for him, that kid.
Well, the henchman has had probably one of the best recovery drives. He's already pitted, and he's moved up into P6. Fastest lap at the moment from Pinju with a 1:31.353, but that will likely change later on throughout the... Stroker Ace has retired from the session. It looks like he has retired in pits. He has.
Safety car can change anything.
It can, absolutely.
It can't change a red rear wing.
This is true.
That part's true.
So, mate, thanks for having me in. Thanks for giving me the chance. Good. I'll go watch the rest of the stream. I'm just about to put the young fella to bed.
All good, mate.
Have
a good one.
Thanks, guys.
Tough luck tonight.
Bye. I'll give us some DMZ after.
Yeah, that's it. Can't wait.
Done.
All right,
cheers, guys. Bye.
See you, mate.
So,
the Jar Jar Binks, right on the back of the juice at the moment, he is P9 on the 8 lap old hards, just about to give the juice what for, mate. The steroids, yeah.
Going to give the juice a bit of a squeeze. Who is the juice
again? I forgot.
This is Juicy Jump Shot. So no, Juicy Jump Shot. He's changed his name. Arkozel's already DNF'd his in P20.
That's right.
Yeah, but yeah. So the juice now being charged down by Pajala. The gaps are really starting to form. We've got 3 seconds to P1. We've got 5 seconds to P2. We've got 3 seconds to P3. The gaps have really formed. This is the only close battle on track at the moment between Pajala and Juiced. But Pajala opens up that DRS, opens up his ERS too. He's going to make a move down the inside. He gets the move done nicely as we watch the Juice fly off into the distance, into the background. Now Pajala now up into P8. So, who are we going to ride on board with? Let's ride on board with somebody in a hot lap. Who do you want to ride on board with?
Oh, maybe Andy?
Go with Andy. He's losing time to Car Gamer. He was 5.5 seconds behind. Now he's 6.3. It looks like
these mediums are flying, mate.
Yeah.
Mediums are the tire to be on.
So,
sure.
I mean, going off of my tyre strategy for Japan last week, I didn't touch the hards. I went medium, medium, soft, and that worked. Oh no, I didn't, because we went to inters. Don't worry. But personally, I would have got medium, medium, soft. I don't think the hard tyres are really that strong around here in this race.
Absolutely not, and that's the question now for the guys on the hard tyres. They're all losing time to the guys in front of them. Every single one of them. The henchman has gained 5, 6, 7 positions on those medium tyres. How long? I mean, 13 laps. You can get mediums home. You can get mediums home. I don't think they should wait for the safety car. But Car Gamer going in there and putting on those hard tyres. I think that's going to make things interesting as well. Doesn't choose to go medium soft, chooses to go hard.
This is where I would have... personally, I would have been anticipating another safety car coming out. I would have got medium.
I would have chucked the soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the softs.
Or yeah, exactly, all the softs. But I think this could probably hurt him in the long run. Now that puts the henchman up into P5. This is really good for him for that battle for, or I should say for the McLaren boys, for that battle for constructors. As SFR Piastri is down in P14, and Jack Sully up into P11, and henchman in P5.
Even Pinju is struggling on those hard tires.
Yeah. Kirko now up into P12, down into P12, so he loses a position. I'm guessing to Jack Sully ahead, which definitely looks to be the case.
So Rapid Relic's absolutely flying at the moment. He's got 12-second buffer. 12-second buffer out in front. What do you reckon about tonight's Grand Prix, mate? Any calls?
Yep. I think, as much as I hate it, we're going to see Max win it. I reckon we're going to see Perez go P2, securing P2 in the Drivers' Championship. I then think we're going to see Russell and then Hamilton.
I think they've got a better race pace than what was shown last night.
Yeah. I think Lando could potentially put it up into P5. That's my call there. I think the Ferraris are going to really struggle here. They didn't have much pace at all. But yeah, we'll see how that goes, I guess. It's going to be a sad race, though.
To put my tips in.
It's going to be a very sad... Well, you can... Oh, no, you can't, yeah. It's going to be a very sad race. We see the exit of Sebastian Vettel. We see the exit of Daniel Ricciardo for at least another... Well, at the moment, a minimum a year. Now, it looks...
Latifi.
Yeah, and yeah, I was about to say the GOAT Latifi as well. Mick Schumacher we lose. There's a lot of drivers that we are losing. And then, obviously, it's probably going to be one of the saddest races, losing Sebastian. Probably one of the most loved drivers on the grid.
He better get the driver of the day.
Yes. Yeah.
He'll better pull through with that movement. It's going to be pretty sad. Oh, hearing those radio calls at the end of the race, they do those YouTube radio calls.
Yeah.
It's going to be sad.
Yeah. Tears are going to be brought to the eyes, that's for sure.
So Cargamer currently in P6, 2.2 seconds behind the henchman. He is catching him on those hard tyres though. And Rapid Relics has now pitted four new mediums.
Well, he's got the time to do it. I mean, he had
that's right.
a gap of 13 seconds to the drivers behind. So, I mean, he'll come out in probably P2, maybe P3. Yeah, P2. So the battle between P2 and 3. Zoltan now right on the back of Relics, but Relics now with a fresh set of medium tyres. Zoltan on 15-lap old hard tyres. So this is going to be an interesting one. Can Zoltan put a nice clean move on, or is he going to just give it up? Because it looks like he's already losing time. Juice now comes into the pits. War Machine now into the pits. We've got a battle here between Abstracts and Pajala as Abstracts gets the move done. Going through the S's on Pajala ahead. Don't know if it was a good move or not. It looked to be clean, which is what we want to see. But the battle between Zoltan and Rapid Relics is still pursuing. Rapid Relics now 4/10 up ahead of Zoltan. Just can't get clear. He needs that straight that he can actually pull away from. And this should be the one to do it. As you head into the double apex, you want to hit that and then go wide and then cut back in and then go wide out again using all the track, which Zoltan didn't do. And that gives Rapid Relics the time that he needs to pull away that little bit there.
Yeah, absolutely, and he should be able to get out of his out of the DRS zone here, coming up to that tough chicane. The hard tyres will actually be screaming around that hard braking zone.
There you go, straight out of that DRS, like you said.
What a call! Mate,
and there we go, Zoltan now into the pits as he jumps off of these tyres. Same with Panache in P2 currently. Henchman now also dives into the pits, sitting in P4. Andy H now in a good spot here as we go back and have a look at the tyres, the tyre conditions for everybody. So Relics 1 lap old mediums, Cargamer 3 lap old hards, Panache and Zoltan on fresh medium. Same with the henchman. Andy H also on 1 lap old medium tyres. So he goes back up into P3. And this is exactly how everything needs to pay out. Abstracts, though, on 16 lap old hard tyres. We've got 2 drivers. Pinju and Abstracts on those hard tyres, both 16 laps. Same with Kirko as well, who now also jumps into the pits.
And I've been looking at JB on the soft tyres, mate, and they're not lapping as quick as I would have thought they were. Medium tyres still look like the tyre of choice. So if those guys are hanging out on those hard tyres, try and go long like Abstracts and Rapid Jar Jar Binks to get on those softs, I don't think it's going to be a massive advantage for them.
So I didn't see it, but it looks like Gumbo...
Pinju, off again!
Gumbo has had a mishap somewhere. He was on 0 lap old tyres and DNF, either in pits or I'm not too sure what happened there. Rear wing damage. He had rear wing damage. So that sucks to see, man. I do apologize.
Pinju's around again. His tyres are just too hot. Tyres are too hot. SFR Piastri put a little bit of pressure on him coming up from behind, and Pinju spun around again. On those tyres, he's just come from a spin, and Pinju
and he goes around again.
And he's just lost it.
Can't get him right. I mean, looking
16 lap old tyres.
Looking at the tyres when he is stationary too, they are cooked. You can see a massive chicken strip right on the left-hand side there. Bit of tread on the outside, but you know, I don't think that's going to be good enough to get around here. Especially 16 lap old hard tyres. You look at everybody else. Abstracts, let's go and have a look. He's dived into the pits now as well on his 17 lap old hard tyres.
Jack Sully serving his penalty. Currently in the pits. Abstracts is now out of the pits. Out of the pits now as well. And this is going to bunch the field up a little bit.
Well, Zoltan now only 2 tenths behind Pajala on 14 lap old hards, while he's on fresh mediums for Zoltan. Zoltan right on the back. You can smell the gearbox. You can smell it burning for Pajala as they go into that corner very beautifully as they head now underneath the truck ahead. And he's going to get him around the inside. What is he going to do? He's going to sit down and back out. It looks like he goes around the outside and goes for a very nice switchback and gets the move done beautifully.
But this is not over. They go wheel to wheel as Zoltan has the inside line. Jar Jar Binks, has the inside line here on Zoltan, and he gets the position back. Zoltan knocked on the door, tried to steal some cookies, and Jar Jar Binks shut the door and said, "Not today, buddy. Do you know who I am?" What a move by Jar Jar Binks.
That was brilliant.
But this is not over. Zoltan right beside him. Jar Jar Binks making his car as wide as a bus. Can Zoltan get the job done? He tries to go the long way around, opening the inside door again. But that does give Jar Jar Binks the inside line coming up to the chicane, which he closes the door on him again. But it will give Zoltan the DRS zone coming down this back straight. Can Jar Jar Binks hold him off? He's got a little bit of ERS. He holds the inside line. Zoltan's rear wing goes wide open. He comes around the outside. He's going to have to get it done the long way around. Can he get it done? He tries the inside line. There's no space there. Jar Jar Binks holds it off. And this is a great battle here, Duck.
This is beautiful. Now with Zoltan only on 8% ERS versus Pajala, who's on 11% ERS. This is a battle of the Titans right now. These two have actually shown very clean driving both ways. You know, both defending and attacking.
That was some of the best sim driving I've seen.
I was going to say, probably one of the most exciting laps I've seen in a very long time between these two. Zoltan drops off 8 tenths now behind Pajala, but Pajala now entering that point of tyre condition that is a little bit scary. You can ask Pinju that 15, 16, 17 lap old hard tyres, they're going to start to wear off, they're going to start to get real cooked and scream at you saying, "Let me pit, get me onto some new tyres."
I have no idea how Jar Jar Binks defended in those hard braking zones with 15 lap old hard tyres. You have no right, good sir. You have no right.
So, Henchman also looking to join that battle. Is only 1.7 seconds behind. Is sneaking up, letting these two ahead fight while he just slowly sneaks up and puts his rear head in, his ugly little head in, and says, "Hello, I'm here, and I'm going to take it." So, where else? Are there any close battles? We've got no other close battles, but apart from Zoltan and Pajala, everything else is very evenly spread. 11 seconds for the lead for Relic, so he's on an absolute flying race here. Car Gamer.
Relics is putting a masterclass.
Yeah. Car Gamer in P2. War Machine 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Andy H P3 8 seconds. The lead. 8 seconds. The gap between him and Car Gamer. Car Gamer is really hoping that anything can happen with Andy H behind, because Andy H is already 80 points ahead in this championship race, and if this race isn't cleaned up by Car Gamer and nothing happens to Andy, then it's pretty safe to say that the race is, that the championship is done and dusted.
Here we go. They're about to punt the ERS again, Doug. As the henchman arrives on the scene, they're going to have to get a move on here. But we have got a three-way battle between henchman, Zoltan, and Rapid Jar Binks. Zoltan with the fresh tyres, and henchman with the fresh tyres, and Jar Binks with no ride out in front defending on those 16-lap-old hards. Here we go. They come down the straight around the hairpin, and Zoltan with 16 ERS, but Jar Binks with 28 ERS. He's got the ERS to defend him. He tries to go on the inside, tries to go on the outside. There's a lot of moving, there's a lot of weaving over that straight, but it was not in the braking zone, so it looked okay for
Goes down the inside. That was, I think, probably one of the most dangerous moves I've seen tonight.
Yep.
Zoltan.
Could have waited.
Yep.
Now it puts Rapid Jar Binks in a frontal position. It looks like they're going to go 3 wide just about.
They are.
They do go 2 wide, but Jar Binks, wheel to wheel with the henchman. He goes wide, he's onto the grass. He re-enters safely, he re-enters just above the henchman. Zoltan out in front. Now Jar Binks has got a new issue to deal with, and it's the henchman. And the henchman comes on the inside. He's got the fresh mediums now. Can he get the job done?
Oh my God, goes around the outside too.
How did they not touch?
Oh, I think there was a little bit of touch there, because the henchman's hand went up in the air, saying, you know, what the hell, man, what was that? But I think the question here is that move into the final chicane by Zoltan. Do you think that was a last desperate attempt to try and get past? Do you think that comes down to frustration? Talk me through it. What do you reckon?
I think he thought that. I personally think he thought the door was open. I think he thought that his rear wheel was close enough that he could late brake, and then this is me thinking, because I think Zoltan's quite a good clean driver. I think he thought that he was alongside deep braking zone, and I don't think he thought that Jar Binks would have left the door open. You know what I mean? I think he would have thought Jar Binks left the door open.
Yeah.
I think on the reverse side, I think Jar had the racing line, and he had every right to close the door.
Yeah.
I think it was dangerous.
Yep. Bajala definitely had the racing line, in my opinion.
It looked dangerous for me.
Yeah.
It looked dangerous for me.
Bajala now 1.9 seconds behind these two, but henchman now on the back of Zoltan, really wanting to put his name into the mix here, as Zoltan 13 seconds behind Panache, who Panache is now 3 seconds behind Andy. Andy is losing time to Car Gamer, while Panache is gaining time to Andy. So this is exactly what Car Gamer is hoping for these sorts of things to happen, where Andy struggles to catch up and people start to catch up to Andy, trying to make positions, causing mistakes, and this is exactly what he needs, Car Gamer. As henchman goes around the inside, there's contact made. Henchman goes out wide, hits the bollard, takes out that, but and then Zoltan now handed a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
But did Henchman gain that position off track, Duck?
No,
it certainly looked like it.
Oh no, there's more contact as
Zoltan
now loses his front wing.
There's a safety car.
That's a safety car.
There's a safety car from that incident.
Because it'll be the front wing on track. So let's have a look here. Right.
Isn't it amazing that Zoltan late dives down that chicane, and he's driving a Red Bull? Just saying. You know?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Someone else drives a Red Bull.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Does stupid moves like that as well.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Perez. Can't believe it.
Bloody Perez. Mate.
No.
Perez. The man that doesn't help the team ever.
That's right. No. He should know who he is. Does he know who he is? Does he know who he's driving for? He's driving for Max Verstappen.
Exactly.
Not Christian Horner. Not Red Bull. Max Verstappen. It's Max Verstappen's league. We're all just living in it.
Here we go. As Zoltan now
dips
into the pits to change his front wing, pulling into that second pit stop.
decides to stay out on 19-lap-old hards. Jar Binks taking these babies to the end.
There's no way. He's gonna.
He's taking him to the end.
Yeah. Zoltan probably makes the smartest move here. Now drops into P10 on those soft tyres as there's a 33-second gap between him and the juice behind. But this could be good for him. There's only 4 laps to go. It's going to be probably maybe 1 lap of race, or probably maybe 1 lap of safety car, maybe 2, before the safety car comes in and gives them a 2-lap dash to the end. Or 3-lap dash.
I'm surprised more people didn't dive in.
Me too.
I'm surprised.
I think it's too late.
It is late.
Yeah. I think it's too late. They're going to try and hold track position.
It's a long lap.
It is. The guys that are on the hard, Pajala and Piastri, I probably would have pitted because those tyres are just to keep those tyres hot and at the right temperature during a safety car. At that.
Oh, we're racing.
Oh. It was a virtual.
It was a virtual.
Panache.
It was a virtual. We're racing.
Look at Panache.
That's what I was just looking at. I was like, why are these guys racing so much?
He is 3/10 now behind Andy H. So I don't know what happened there.
What just happened? Andy H is 15 seconds behind Car Gamer.
He must have had an incident. Did he think it was a full safety car? Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there.
Well, I thought it was a full safety car.
I just may not have read it right. I didn't see the safety car come out. I looked down. Yeah, I looked down the track and I didn't see the yellow dot. So, but Panache looking for some desperate moves here. He's 1/10 behind. Let's have a look at Andy H. As we move up, he is missing an end plate. He's missing his front right end plate off his wing. So he's obviously got some wing damage there where he's coming into contact with something or someone. This is huge. This is big. Panache is going to want to make a move as best he can and as early as he can to get away from the catching McLaren behind in P5.
Yeah. Absolutely, Panache in P4. Yeah. Right on the edge of Andy H here. Can Andy H hold him off for 3 laps? It's going to be an absolute miracle if he does, because Panache is flying, isn't he? 1/10 behind now, pumping his ERS. Andy does have ERS though. He's going to come up to this heavy braking zone in the chicane here. Hopefully he waits. But I mean, if the door's open, go ahead. But they're going to turn the corner here, and he's going to get a bit of DRS going down this straight. This is going to be one of the best overtaking lanes, overtaking spots on the calendar. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
Andy H just streaks ahead.
Well,
just gets that 7/10.
Riding on board with Panache. Panache took that last chicane there. Entering it, he took it out real wide, which didn't set him up for the second corner. He had to cut it quite hard. Took him out very wide again, and it lost him so much time to Andy up ahead. But that that end plate damage on Andy H's car is really coming into play during these S bends here, during this S section, as he now opens up a avenue for Panache to get past, but didn't get it done.
I thought Panache was there. I thought he was going to take that position there, but Andy just closed the door.
Yeah, Pajala also now into the pits on new soft tyres. Now the battle between Pajala and Zoltan can continue if Pajala can catch back up.
Yes.
With only 2.5 laps to go. But...
And Jack Sully's going to be there for company on Jar Jar Binks with warm mediums.
And Zoltan also on the back of Abstracts on the fresh tyres. Abstracts on 7-lap old mediums, while Zoltan's only on this 2-lap old softs. Can he get a move done? Abstract goes wide. Abstracts has a penalty too. Zoltan also has a penalty. And by the looks of it, we may see a post-race
War Machine's out.
penalty. Oh, War Machine.
I'm back stronger.
So, as we move back up to Panache with the for the battle for 3rd place, opens up that DRS. Now, can he get it done as he tucks himself right in, goes out wide, and tries to get it down through the inside? Can he get it done? He doesn't, though. He needs to make a move here. This end plate damage is really helping Andy keep ahead on the straights, but coming into these S's, he loses a lot of time.
Our gamer took his free pit stop though.
Who is that?
He's on the outside.
What?
He took his pit stop. He got into softs. He put softs on. He thought he had the time, but he came back. He came out just behind Panache. So now he's actually going to overtake Andy. He's going to overtake Panache here, and he just went down the inside. Now he squeezed himself into the ham sandwich with the 2 pieces of bread, being Andy H and Panache. Car Gamer 1/10 behind. He goes on the outside. He just pokes his nose ahead. But Andy H closes the door. Does he leave enough room? He does. And Car Gamer gets the inside line. He gets the job done. Just about. Andy H is on the outside, but Car Gamer back up into P2. He took a gamble. He went onto the softs. He wanted fastest lap. Came out just behind Panache and Andy H, and he gets the job done. That was some ballsy strategy there from Car Gamer.
That, though, let that be a lesson to you, Panache, on how to overtake. My God. Car Gamer with some risky overtakes down the inside on Panache, and then another risky overtake on the outside of Andy H. That is probably the best sequence of overtaking I've seen in a very long time by the man in the Red Bull. But look, I think I'm going to ride on board with Rapid Relics here for a minute, as he has had an absolute dominant race up into P1 from the very get-go. P1 on the during quali, and just stormed off into the distance. He's now 39 seconds ahead of Car Gamer. So Panache still struggling to get past Andy H, as Andy H and Panache now go side by side. Panache finally gets the move done, and now goes up into P3 as Andy H now drops down out of P3 and into P4. This will be, if this is the finishing position, this will be the second race.
Oh! Panache gets a little bit swirly as well. Andy just opens the door slightly for Andy H on this last lap.
I was going to say it. Now I'm not going to.
Both pumping ERS. Can Andy H do anything here about this position loss? It doesn't look like he does, as Rapid Relics, like Duck said, had an absolute cracking race and takes out P1. Car Gamer, after getting on those soft tyres. It was a bit of a risky move, wasn't it, Duck?
It was beautifully done.
P2.
No, safety car's not off. We've already had a safety car before.
Doesn't look like Andy H is going to get the job done here. Car Gamer coming around the last chicane. Car Gamer pitted for those softs, will come in second place at the Japanese Grand Prix. Panache coming around to take P3. That will do us for our podiums. Andy H, P4. Henchman, it's got to be driver of the day. He's definitely our driver of the day. Henchman up into P5 as SFR Piastri. Still doesn't beat his old man. Still is the sperm in the ball bag. Piastri comes into P6 as his old man beats him into P5. Wow, that's a smackdown father-son combo if I've ever seen one. Zoltan coming around will finish in P7. Abstracts looks like he'll finish in P8 as they come round the last chicane. Don't know if Rapid Charge Up should be close enough. I think he will capitalise off this penalty that Abstracts has got. We're going to see when he comes across the line. No, he still stays in P9. And that does us for the Japanese Grand Prix.
Guys, what a race. What an absolute cracking race. One safety car and one virtual safety car. Yeah, Goffy, you're absolutely correct. That safety car...
And I've lost you, Duck. I can't even hear you.
You can't hear me?
That's me.
I'm not sure.
Oh, it is. Sorry. I can't hear you.
Oh.
Come on, turn down my thing by mistake. Sorry if I took over there.
No, that's all good. No. There we go. So the grid, as we see it, ladies and gentlemen, Relics into P1, Car Gamer P2, Panache with a late move on the last lap goes to P3, dropping Andy H down into P4, the Henchman into P5. Do you want to send some invites to those three top drivers?
Absolutely, I do.
The Henchman into P5, SFR Piastri, like Skillsy has said, the father-son combo into P6. Zoltan P7, could be looking at a post-race penalty coming his way. Abstracts into P8, Pajala P9, Sully P10, the Juice in P11, Kirko P12, JBO P13. And then we look at War Machine in P14, who unfortunately DNF'd.
Wow, I'm not inviting Andy H to a party. Feels weird.
Pinju in P15, Gumbo P16, Scotty Mac P18, Datboy P19, and Arkozal P20. And JBO takes out the fastest lap with a 1:31.067, who was also a lap down. So it's a fantastic lap from him, and unfortunately for Car Gamer, it was taken from him too. So he's going to be kicking himself about that.
Got everyone here, Duck.
Yeah, excellent, guys. Do you want to make sure you include your audio? Let us know when you're all good.
Good.
Excellent. Panache, into P3, mate. That final probably 3 or 4 laps with Andy up ahead looked a bit stressful for you. How did you handle the pressure there?
Yeah, that was intense.
It looked
I'm pretty sure, to give him some cred though, I'm pretty sure he had wing damage.
Yeah, he was missing his front right end plate.
Yeah. So in the S's, in the center S's, I was much faster.
Yeah.
But the rest of the lap, he did a fantastic job.
Well, I mean, the defense from him,
and holding together.
The defense from him on you was second to none. I don't think I've seen defense like that for a very long time until Car Gamer popped it up the inside of you and then popped it around the outside of Andy H. Did that sort of give you a little bit of confidence going, well, if he can do it, I can do it?
Yeah, sort of. Although Car Gamer appeared out of nowhere. I really did not see him until he was alongside me.
Yeah, it came out of pits.
I was so intended.
And that was awesome.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I loved it. So yeah, shout out to Andy too. That was amazing.
Well, mate, congratulations.
And I was super paranoid. I didn't want to take him out.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I was super worried about it.
No, it was awesome, clean driving. So, mate, congratulations on that P3. Well, very, very well deserved. As we move on up into P2, Car Gamer, mate. The strategy on the late pit stop. What was going through your head?
Well, Jeff, Mark now he is, promised that I'd come out in P2, and he lied to me. I came out in P4. He said, you know, on the pit window thing, he said you'll come out P2, so I thought, alright, I'll go for the fastest lap. And then he lied to me and I came out in P4, so I was
It's so funny, man, because I switched to Panache to watch the Andy H Panache battle, and I was on broadcast mode, and then my camera just like saw you drifting out of the pits, and I was like, what's going on here? Like, why is he drifting out of the pits?
Well, I was on the onboard with Panache, and all of a sudden there's this Red Bull that's just come out of absolutely nowhere and popped it up the inside. I was like, where did that come from? So, I mean, look, I think it was a great call. Unfortunately, the fastest lap was taken right on the last lap there by JBO, so he couldn't quite get it done. But, mate, what an epic drive for you into P2. I mean, quite up there for pretty much the entire race. Is there anything that wasn't going your way? Was it, just it was hard to keep a hold of Relics ahead, or?
No, nothing really didn't go my way. Just Relics was too quick at the end of the day. I think the strategy to pit for mediums and hards was okay. I don't think it really made any positions, didn't really cost me any positions, but yeah, congrats to Relics. He was just too quick for everyone else today.
Yeah, it was a storming race. Well, mate, congratulations on
Cheers,
that
mate,
P2. It was an absolute killer drive from you, and slowly edging your way closer to Andy H. But do you reckon you can get any more done on him, or do you reckon it's?
Nah, it's too late. It's way too late. I knew it was too late when I started, but that's all right. There's always next season. He deserves it anyway. He's been consistent, so.
Yeah.
Well,
Skillsy, do you want to jump in with Relics here and take away the P1 interview while he's already started?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So yeah, Rapid Relics, absolutely epic race, mate. You're in an absolute league of your own out there today. Talk us through it.
Cheers, boys. Yeah, to be honest, probably my most consistent league race I've done in a while. The quali was interesting because it was wet, and then all of a sudden the track dried proper quick, and then went out in softs. The race was good. Started pretty good. I mean, I thought hard to medium would have been. I thought the mediums would have been way quicker than what they were. To be honest, there wasn't much difference. Like I forgot his name. Oh no. Like Panache. No, Car Gamer said there wasn't much difference. And yeah, he was right. The hards actually probably were a better race tire, but cheers to the stream, boys.
Oh, anytime.
Yeah, no worries, man.
And congrats to everyone else and the other podium sitters.
Yeah,
well,
congrats to you, mate. That's an absolute masterclass. We know you have the pace.
Cheers,
that's what happens when you put it together.
Aston Martin #1, question mark?
you're getting up there. That's for sure. With a position like that, unfortunately, your teammate DNF'd right before the classification zone. So, I mean, it's just points from you tonight. But guys, I want to thank you all for joining us tonight, and to the viewers. I think we peaked at about 21 viewers at one stage, which is absolutely killer. So, guys, thank you all for joining. On to next week. I mean, we've got Tuesday race at where are we? Spa. So there we go. So we've got Tuesday's race at Spa. This is the third last race of the calendar left for Tuesday. That starts at 7 p.m. Lobby opens for a 7:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Time race. So guys, get on board with that one. Make sure you join into the chat. Cheer on the guys there as they race, because there is still a battle for... Actually, no. Constructors is practically cleaned up. I've already put up the decision on that one. And then same with the championship. Unfortunately, with the incident between Scotty Mack and the wall coming out on top, Top sort of put himself up onto the top step of the podium. How many times can I say that? But guys, and then we move on to Wednesday's Japanese rerun. That one opens up at, I think it's 6:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So guys, join in on that one as well as we try and get the rerun done for Japan for Wednesday. Matty, once again, Thank you so much for joining me, man. I really appreciate it. You know, I love having you in comps with me any day of the week. So
no worries, mate. Thanks for having me. It was absolutely awesome. Loved it.
All good. All right, well, guys, thank you very much for joining. That's us. We are done. We will speak to you all very soon.